Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. Earlier this morning, Jaidyn Alexis had a clapback for her haters on Twitter. She posted, "For those of you who are hating on me, I dare y'all to post a picture with your real hair." Jaidyn Alexis has been known to have multiple surgeries, wear hair extensions, and has a BBL. Now, Jaidyn, that's like me challenging Celine Dion and sending her a voice note and saying, "My heart will go on." Celine, beat that. That's a challenge I can't win. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all. We are 2 days away. It's Thursday morning. What up, Thursday? I missed you, and I can't wait till Friday. All right, y'all. I have a great show set up for you guys today. We have 4 lead stories. We're going to kick it off by talking about Kanye West and him disrespecting Jay-Z and Beyonce to a point of no return. Iggy Azalea suggests that Kanye West likes men. Teyana Taylor wants her ex-boyfriend Iman to go to jail. And Tony Buzbee forced to withdraw from his Diddy lawsuits. In quick news, we're going to talk Jess Hilarious, Wendy Williams, Alex Balwin, Donald Trump, Tesla dealerships, Jonathan Majors, Shannon Sharpe, Yugi Miami, Cassie, Kanye, and Jaidyn Alexis. As always, we're going to close out the show with comments of the day, social discussion of the day, questions of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm very excited to start this Thursday show. Let's go. Our first lead story. Kanye West makes disrespectful remarks about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family. All right, I don't like this headline. Disrespectful doesn't even begin to describe it. If you ask me, Kanye has gone too far. Kanye West tweeted out and said, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z's and Beyonce's younger kids? They are the R word. No, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having R-worded children is a choice." Now, I don't know if you guys saw the Super Bowl clip that I posted up with Jay-Z and his younger daughter around Super Bowl time. And people in the comments section were questioning how come you don't see the two twins as much. I posted a clip. I didn't say anything about it. Of course, a couple of people questioned, why she was acting like that, but it hasn't ever really been spoken about or said. I think Beyonce has said 1 or 2 things about them, and nobody has ever disrespected and said anything publicly. So there's no confirmations, but yes, we've seen some videos and pictures. Okay, now I'll tell you about the uproar that this has started online, but first I want to just jump quickly to a post that Kanye West wrote after he made that post, because he took that post down, and he said, "I need everybody to know that I took that post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person. I took it down like Down syndrome. Get it? Am I right? Am I right? F the world, real talk. F everybody." Okay. We have said a bunch of stuff on here about Kanye West. Some people back and forth are, give him grace. He might not be well. He has said at times that he was bipolar. Now he says that he has autism. I have always alluded to the fact that Kanye West always does things like this as a marketing strategy. And these episodes, where I'm going to put them in quotations, always comes up around the time that he has an album or a project or a shoe releasing. I'll even admit that this got me because I have never heard him say something about Jay-Z and Beyonce to this extent. He's, touched on a few things, but he's never completely crossed the line. And this is a clear cross over the line. I might have to remind you some guys that the only reason why Kanye West exists in the entertainment industry is solely because of Jay-Z. Point final. Yes, he has a bunch of talent. Yes, he's a great producer. Yes, et cetera, et cetera. Jay-Z was the one who gave him his start, gave him his notoriety and everything. Okay. That's like 50 Cent, has always said, I will beef with everybody. I will never say anything about Eminem. If it wasn't for Eminem signing me and putting me on, I'd be nowhere. That is what Jay-Z, that's what Kanye West is to Jay-Z, or vice versa, but you know what I mean. So having said that, I started to think maybe he is not well. And then I found out that Kanye West has an album coming out. Bully is about to release, and he released it the same day. I have it in quick stories. I'll give you a little bit more information then, but he released it the same time that he put out this text message, meaning that he knew the amount of attention. And I keep telling you guys about the algorithm. And if the algorithm picks up Kanye West, the algorithm, everyone's internet, no matter what app you're on, it will take it and push it to the top. Kanye West knew how much attention this would get, and he did this to promote his album. This is not somebody who is not well. I'm not here for that anymore, because y'all know that I'm a big, huge mental health advocate. I take my own off time and do talks upon talks upon talks. I go to high schools. I talk to businesses about mental health, and I'm a strong advocate of it. However, episodes don't happen all the time around something that you want to promote and push. I'm not saying that he's 100% well. I'm not going to say that, but this timing is the most disgusting thing that I have ever seen an entertainer do. This is disgusting to me. Anyways, this is the post social media reaction. Social media users criticize Ye for tweeting about Jay-Z and Beyonce in a recent X rant. The first person wrote, Kanye West has said some pretty wild-ish over the years, but that tweet about Beyonce and Jay-Z is going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. Next person said, that Kanye tweet about Beyonce and Jay-Z's kid is so damn disgusting. I don't care if you don't like Jay-Z or Beyonce, but if you're cool with what Kanye said about their kids, you're a piece of ish as well, and I don't care who you are. Next comment. Knowing how hard it was for Beyonce, and then she got her rainbow baby in blue, and then 2 more blessings, Kanye is a disgusting person. He's doing all of this because Jay-Z continues to ignore him. I don't subscribe to the Jay-Z's ignoring him, because we all know that Jay-Z never says anything, okay? It took a civil lawsuit for Jay-Z to talk about something. Jay-Z never addresses or never says anything. And even at this, Jay-Z or Beyonce are still not going to address this. And Kanye West knows that. Ye is back on X, and he's been tweeting nonstop over the last 48 hours. His most recent rant includes tweets about Playboy Cardi, Cassie, even his ex-wife Kim Kardashian. However, Ye left social media users with hefty criticism after he mentioned Beyonce and Jay-Z's child in the rant. In a since-deleted tweet, Ye spoke about Rumi and Sir Carter, Beyonce and Jay-Z's 2 youngest children. While the tweet is no longer on Ye's page, folks online have nonstop shared their opinions of his allegations. Disgusting. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And I know some people are going to say, well, we shouldn't give them any attention. And what I say to that is, podcasters and content creators, we don't get this going, but we talk about things that are already viral. I'll admit it's not helping the situation, but it's not like if I don't report it, it's not going to go away. But I leave it to you guys. Let me know your opinion on what you think about this. This is too much, if you ask me. Too much. Our second lead story. Iggy Azalea seemingly calls out Kanye West. She says, I know who you send your PENIS pictures to and the weird fantasies you have/share with other men. All right, so Kanye West is talking. I wanted to share somebody else that's talking about him, all right? Iggy Azalea tweeted out this, and she said, it's crazy how much I actually know about that man and the things that I could say. Thankfully, I'm nice and don't want to involve people who don't deserve to be mixed into his manic episodes. But let's keep it cute because I know who you send your PENIS pictures to and the weird fantasies you have/share with other men. Most of Hollywood does. It's not a very well-kept secret. Also, true story, he asked me to fly to Wyoming to shoot a Yeezy campaign in 2020 and I declined. Men are delusional. Hopefully the women you date / marry consent to the pictures you send of them to other men. I'm not the person you should be talking about. Trust. Because I'm just as crazy and I will tell it all if I hear my name mentioned one more effing time. Yay, I understand the point you want to make. I say this with kindness as a mother. Please leave my child out of this. At the end of the day, Jordan has other children, less famous, doesn't matter, but it seems only my son gets mentioned in perpetuity about or on behalf of a man he has no relationship with. Does he read it? No, he's a child. But it creates a digital legacy and an odd situation for him to one day discover and endure in perpetuity from strangers online. Can I have some peace? Can my son have some peace? All right, so I really wanted to read that first part out to you of like the pictures that he sends to other men and the things that she is alluding to with him and other men, all right? So Kanye, you want to dish it out, you better learn how to take it. Now, to be fair, Iggy said a lot over one tweet that Kanye said, but Kanye wasn't saying anything, to be fair, Kanye wasn't saying anything about her or her son. He was saying that Playboy Cardi shouldn't mention North. We talked about this yesterday. So I feel a little bit like Iggy is trying to insert herself into the chat and just trying to take advantage of the moment. It's what I feel, because I'll read to you again. Kanye West tweeted out this. He said, Hey Iggy Azalea, I need to get Onyx's vocals on my song. That's my nephew. Oh, I'm a rap about one of your businesses. The F? Hey North, your dad gave me the biggest song and cosign, and I left him off my album because of his tweets. Oh, but North, you're my niece. I need to get your vocals. So I know this might be a little bit confusing for people who didn't see yesterday's episode, but Kanye West and Playboy Cardi are beefing. And it was Playboy Cardi who actually brought the kids into the mix, because Playboy Cardi added Kim Kardashian. She said, hey, Kim, I need some vocals from North. And Kanye is like, yo, I'm her dad. Me and you are boys. I helped give you your start. I'm your producer. You don't put me on your album. Why are you talking to my ex-wife, my baby mama, about my daughter's vocals? Like, what are you talking about? If you want something, talk to me. And he said, and Kanye West was just saying as an example, I was about to say as a joke, but not as a joke, but as an example. And it says, hey, Iggy, I need to get Onyx vocals on my song. That's my nephew. So it's not really fair for Iggy to be jumping in and totally dragging Kanye. But seeing that nobody else is, I figured I would just highlight it. But I think she's doing it to just jump in. But anyways, geez, a lot going on with Kanye West this week, man. But like I said, it's all over his album. And I just don't get it, man. Like, everybody is talking about Kanye West. There's no lead single. You're not charting. Like, why are you doing this? It's clearly not working. You could just go back and focus on the music. Why are you bothering people? Anyways, to be fair, I feel, in my opinion, he didn't bother Iggy, and it was no problem to make that an example. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Iggy's clapback is justified? I don't think it was, but let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Our third lead story. Teyana Taylor immediately shuts down gold digger claims after divorce settlement with Iman Shumpert. I know I'm probably not pronouncing the last name correctly. Give me some grace. She says, we not doing that. All right, we're going to break down this whole divorce thing and tell you guys everything that's going on, okay? I have a couple of videos for you. We're going to put a nice bow on this, and hopefully Teyana Taylor can go off with Pierre, that's Mufasa, her new boo. All right. Actually, I hope she breaks up with him and then I get a chance, but that's a whole other topic for a whole other day. All right. The internet has been doing what it does best, talking loud and wrong. But one thing Teyana Taylor is going to do is set the record straight. After finally locking in that divorce settlement with Iman, the star has hopped on live real quick to shut down all the gold digger talk. And in true Teyana fashion, she did it classy, direct, and with a little sprinkle of "Don't play with me." Okay, don't play with me. I did that kind of good, huh? I know. It's my American. I was trying to think. That Tyler Perry. Anyways, let me get back to it. Now Teyana's been moving in silence since she first filed. Now Teyana has been moving in silence since she filed divorce in 2023. No drama, no mess, just grown woman energy. She filed quietly, respectfully, and tried her best to protect Iman through the process. However, as soon as word dropped that Teyana walked away with 4 properties and a fat 7-figure paycheck and a $300,000 Maybach, a $70,000 Sprinter, and a tour bus, the trolls popped up calling sis a gold digger. Of course, Teyana wasn't about to let the internet play in her face. She head to Instagram Live to clear up the air and address some rumors. Okay, before I play the video for you, I just want to break down every single thing that she got. If you guys remember, even on our podcast here, we told you about a week ago, everything that she got, but everybody just assumed, we didn't, but everybody just assumed that Iman didn't get anything, and this is everything that she got. Now I have everything that she got, and everything that he has. So maybe this will end the speculation. I never really speculated about what he got. I just thought, hey, this part leaked. She's saying that he leaked it, but hey, this is what she got. I never assumed that she just got everything and he was just left with nothing. I never assumed that. I don't know why people would assume that, but for me, I think it's probably just haters, people who are jealous and have nothing else better to do. And I wish she would not have let these people just get in her mind like that. But I mean, hey, I can't tell her what to do. Anyways, this is what Teyana Taylor got. Okay. So Teyana Taylor in the real estate, she got 4 of the 7 marital properties. She got 2 properties she purchased solely on her own and 2 properties that both she and Iman contributed to. Okay. So of the 4, 2 she bought, 2 they bought together. But just wait, because he got some stuff too. The vehicles purchased by Teyana, she got to keep. Her tour bus paid entirely by Teyana. A Maybach purchased solely by Teyana. A Rolls Royce, a Bronco, a Jeep Gladiator, and a Sprinter van. Okay. Now here is what Iman got. The vehicles that he got were Iman got to keep all his luxury cars. See? A week ago, nobody said anything about that, but he got to keep all his luxury cars and he has a pretty impressive fleet, all right? She didn't get to touch any of that. 3 of the 7 marital properties, 1 property he purchased alone, 1 Miami condo that Teyana alleged she also put money into, but he fought to retain during the divorce, and 1 additional property they both contributed to. So there was 4 that in total that they both contributed to, and he got 2 and she got 2. Now, let's get into a little bit of the nitty gritty. Because she was trying to keep this all quiet and hush hush and not put out, she is now saying that there's only 2 people that could have put it out. It's either me or you. And she's saying she didn't put it out. So because of this, Teyana Taylor is also asking a judge to hold Iman in contempt of their divorce judgment after she alleges he leaked false information about their divorce and documents to media outlets. Because of this false information she alleges that Iman leaked, Teyana says she was subject to public scrutiny and threats. Teyana continues, Iman has reportedly used divorce-related rumors to promote his music, oftentimes these false narratives to collide with Teyana's major career moments, viral success, and accolades. Whew! And some of y'all asked me in the comment section why I stay single. It's for reasons like this. Anyways, here is a video of Teyana. Take a listen.
Above all, we wound up going to court. I watched you say some really, really hurtful and nasty things about me, dead smacked in front of my face, and I still gave you grace. So y'all not gonna sit here and act like, one, I tried to take him for everything he got because I walked away with what I came in with. Iman walked away with all his cars. I walked away with all my cars. Iman walked away with all his properties. I walked away with all my properties. Iman walked away with a car that I bought him. I walked away with a car that he bought me. We both bought each other old school cars. That's on the internet. That's clear. We're not going to sit here and make it seem like Teyana's using Iman for anything. Like, at the end of the day, yes, Iman made his money and so did I. I've been in this business since I was 15 years old. We're not going to act like my bank account is like, nah, we're not doing that. I said nothing when him and his lawyer told the internet, oh, Teyana's making more money. Teyana's bringing more money a month in than Iman is. Just because Iman played ball don't mean that This is a thing where it's like I'm trying to take money off of him. Iman haven't played ball since 2020. So yes, actively during the divorce, I was bringing more money than him in. I am. I want to get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old? And I'm like, just so irritated because I didn't want none of this to come out from the beginning. So when people saying, for everybody that's saying, oh, well, this y'all celebrities, this is what come with it. No divorce stuff is private. It can absolutely stay private if you allow it to stay private. It only backfired on me because I gave a man grace who didn't give it back.
All right. I personally would have preferred Teyana not say anything and just let it play out. But I understand her wanting to come to her own defense and not to seem like a gold digger for the mere fact that most of the stuff she got is the stuff that she put money into and or that she bought originally. She also says in the video that towards the ending of their marriage before the divorce, she was actually making more money than him. For those of you who don't know, maybe I should have said this before, Iman used to play in the NBA. However, he no longer plays in the NBA. And I've heard him on countless interviews saying, I don't make that NBA money anymore. He's trying to have a podcast. He's trying to be a YouTuber. He's trying to be a rapper. He's trying to get himself going. Teyana Taylor has her stuff already going in the entertainment industry. Ironically, he's a retired athlete trying to get into an industry that Teyana has been in since she was 15 years old. That's really how the divorce started. If you really want to go back into it, it was he, was trying to get into the industry and he was doing things and she felt like, hey, this is not the guy who I married and you're doing all these funny things. You try to go viral and, these flirting and you're just being a different person. And that's how it, started to go downhill. And she felt like he was kind of like using her to try to get his foot in the door in the entertainment industry. Anyways, a tangle web we weaved, or they weaved, I should say. Anyways, I hope this puts a button on all of it. Teyana has her money. She has her stuff. I'm sure somebody took a little bit more of a loss than the other. It's done. It's over with. She's with Mr. Mufasa. Let her just go and, live her life and do her thing. But Teyana, if it doesn't work out, holla at me. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Our fourth lead story. Attorney Tony Buzbee withdraws from lawsuits against Diddy after failing to disclose his inability to practice law in the Southern District of New York. This might be the biggest fall from grace from a lawyer ever. The embarrassment that Tony Buzbee is ridiculous. Now, y'all know I've been trying to give you guys a break from all the Diddy fatigue, and because we're about to get almost a dose of it every day come in May when the trial starts. But I have to tell you guys about this. And also to a couple of people in the comment section were like, no, he does have his license and he will be able to practice. Jay-Z's lying. Jay-Z paid them off. Now, I'm not saying Jay-Z is guilty or innocent or whatever. All I'm saying is that the facts are the facts. And I told you guys that he wasn't going to be able to practice. So I guess this is a little bit of I told you so. Tony Buzbee has stepped down from representing plaintiffs in the lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs after a judge ordered him to explain why he didn't disclose his inability to practice law in the Southern District of New York. The Houston attorney has been representing over 120 individuals. Those are 120 people he let down, who allegedly, sorry, let me start over. The Houston attorney has been representing over 120 different individuals who allegedly were victimized by Sean Combs, but a recent court order revealed that Buzbee is not permitted to practice in the Southern District of New York. In response, Tony Buzbee admitted to making an error in judgment and stated that the issue was distracting from the case. He explained, I am now seeking to redeem this error by withdrawing my representation of the plaintiff in this matter, depending on the resolution of the administration of this court. Buzbee, a member of the New York State Bar and Texas State Bar, clarified that another law firm would continue representing the plaintiffs while he resolves his issues. Combs is currently incarcerated in Brooklyn, facing racketeering, conspiracy charges, etc. Now, I know some people are still going to talk, so I wanted to put up the actual legal document. You'll see Sean Combs, Daddy's house of recording, etc., Bad Boy Entertainment, etc. It says, please take notice that pursuant to Local Civil Rule 1.4b, Attorney Buzbee, an attorney for plaintiffs in the above caption action, hereby moves to withdraw his appearance as an attorney of record until such time he is admitted to practice in this honorable district. Plaintiff will continue to be represented by remaining counsel of record from Curtis Law. Respectfully submitted, Anthony G. Buzbee. So there you go. Yes, he's claiming that another law firm is going to take care of whatever, but the movement is over, bro. You know what I mean? The 120 people, the press conferences, the 1-800 numbers, we're going to put this all together. We're going to do this. We're going to take all these guys down or whatever. And you don't even have the license to practice in the court. And we did a deep dive. I explained to you guys everything that was going on. They gave him a chance and were like, yes, you have a license to practice in the state of New York, but in the Southern District, you need a special one. He hired another law firm that has the permission to practice in that district. And what did Tony Buzbee do? He didn't have that law firm sign everything. What he did was he used their law firm, but then he continued to sign. And the judge was like, what are you doing? This is a courtroom. You know you don't have a license to practice here, and you're using somebody else's paperwork, but you're signing your name. That's not admissible. And he's tried to say, okay, sorry, let me do it again, and use the same law firm. And obviously, if that law firm is not going to be diligent enough to stop you from signing your own name, why would you bring them again to ask permission? That's why the judge rejected him. Like, you're supposed to be the biggest lawyer in one of the biggest lawyers in the United States, and I know not to do that, and I would know how to do it. How come you not? Like, I just feel like he had to have been smart enough to navigate through this, but I think he was just so overwhelmed with the popularity and so it's pretty ironic, but so caught up with the fame he was getting and the attention. I think that he thought he would be able to skate through the small things. And it's ironic that he is the one who wants to take down the big names and the celebrities, but he is actually the one that wanted to use these celebrities to make himself a celebrity. And now look at him. Disgrace. I'm telling you, this is the biggest fall from grace from an attorney probably in history. This is embarrassing. Anyways, stay focused. Like I always say about these civil lawsuits, the real thing is May the 12th, it's not May the 15th anymore, May the 12th, Diddy's case starts. We're going to find out what's going on in the federal case and the charges. These civil lawsuits, I understand there's still plaintiffs and people that are harmed, and I wish them all well, and I hope they get everything, but that's money. This is Diddy and whoever was involved with Diddy and going to jail. That's what we all should really want and focus on. So till then, I hope not to talk about Diddy and really just focus on these criminal trials. Let me know what you think about Tony Buzbee and this whole circus in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Our first quick story. Jess Hilarious breaks down issues with the Breakfast Club co-hosts on air. All right, this morning on the Breakfast Club, Jess Hilarious opened up about the tension with her and her co-hosts. She addressed Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, about feeling unsupported while being labeled as the villain online, and spoke on the comparisons between her and Lauren LaRosa. All right, so I'm sure most of you must have heard this by now. I have a couple of videos that we can get to just to kind of like bring everybody up to speed. Just a little bit of a side note. I have seen this been bubbling up for the past couple of weeks online. I have chosen not to say anything about it. As you guys know, really cool with Charlamagne. We have a good relationship. And although I do talk about a lot of people that I know, Charlamagne and I work together. I work with him. I've been on his panels, 2 of his panels with mental health. So there's a difference of knowing somebody and actually working with somebody. So, and I've always said every time about the Breakfast Club, I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm an honorary member of the Breakfast Club. I'm staying out of this. But this has gone so huge and national. I'm going to talk about it. But of course, I'm going to talk about it with an asterisk because I feel like I am close to the situation. So it all started off with Jess and her live. And I'm still going to give you my opinion on what I think, because there's actually something that I don't think people are talking about. And I feel like I'm going to say it regardless, but I'm just going to say it very nicely. Anyway, so it started out with Jess doing this on her live. Take a listen.
We supposed to be a team up there. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Angela Yee ain't that much crazy. Not as crazy. It's try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that. 13. I said, take me off that. This is no longer my segment. I said it. Take me off of that. Give it to her. Charlamagne said, nah, I don't want it to be her segment. It damn near sure is already. Like it's her segment. She's reading it and she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that.
Okay, so give you a little bit of context before we actually go to them talking all in the same room. Very quickly, when Angela Yee left the Breakfast Club, for a year, the Breakfast Club were looking for a third co-host. Lauren LaRosa, Jess Hilarious were pretty much the final two, right? There was Claudia Jordan, a couple other people, right? I actually really liked that year when the guest co-host, but even Charlamagne was like, it was too hard to deal with new people every day. I totally get it. Anyways, they decided to go with Jess Hilarious, okay? Jess Hilarious got pregnant, and on her maternity leave, she suggested, hey, why don't you go with Lauren LaRosa? Now, what Breakfast Club didn't tell us is, although they hired Jess as the co-host, Lauren LaRosa was hired as a producer. Lauren LaRosa used to be a senior news producer at TMZ. So she not only added on-air talent, but she also added something that they didn't have in the background, which is trained professional journalism, getting stories, researching them, and presenting them, also in interviews. So they hired Lauren to be in the background and Jess to be in the front. They didn't tell us that, but anytime Jess wasn't there, you would see Lauren fill in. Now, Jess went off, she got pregnant, and it was Jess said, hey, you should have Lauren come and do my segment. Now, when Jess came back off of maternity leave, it's been, oh, Lauren is not there. Then you see Lauren sometimes and back. And this is where the whole confusion has come from. Is it Jess with the mess? And then they didn't tell us anything. And then it was the latest with Lauren and Lauren's legal corners. And then you saw Lauren come in sometimes, but then you didn't see her sometimes. And they never said anything. And I'm going to get to what my conclusion of where I feel like they made a mistake. Here is them all talking together after this live, now that you're all brought up. And here is them in the room on air after Jess Hilarious called everybody out on live. So this is them in the room. Take a listen.
Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Lauren. When I came back, I picked her to fill in for me, right? I come back, she ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave. But she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain. Man,
you're not a villain. Who said you a villain?
Yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
You let the internet dictate what's going on. We've had conversations, and this is the thing. This is why I thought it was corny, and it's just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, why you ain't bring it to the team? When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Lauren in the room, this is your show. We can make that change whenever you want. Did I not? Or did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so that's just some of what was happening, okay? Now, I'm going to give you my 2 cents, and then we're going to close off with one thing, because the thing I'm going to close off with is they ended everything off with, I feel, just as much tension as they began with. I'm not going to play that clip at the end. But I feel what the mistake that Breakfast Club made is having Lauren sit in the middle. And that's also, too, why Jess was getting hate online, because nobody actually really knew why Lauren was there. And that's Jess's whole issue. It's like, why is she here? Why is she not? Some days she is, sometimes she's not. People in the comment section are like, what is going on? And it left people concerned and thinking that they are pitted against each other. But here is what nobody is talking about, okay? And I will just say it. Jess doing Jess with the Mess on Instagram was amazing. I listened to her before she even got into the Breakfast Club. But Jess didn't do a good job delivering her segment. It's just what it is. That is why Lauren had to come in and replace her. Yes, she came in off of maternity leave, but after she came back and we all saw Lauren straight for 2 months doing her thing, and then Jess came back and Lauren went away, Jess wasn't able, she doesn't read as coherently, but it's not only that, because I even tell you guys all the time that I'm dyslexic, I have problem reading. It wasn't just the reading, it was just the delivery. Like Jess didn't care as much as Lauren. I am not a trained journalist. I didn't go to school, but I have a certain thing about me that I'm always inquisitive. I am like that just if I'm at a restaurant with somebody. I love to ask people questions. I love to deep dive. And that's what somebody told me, because I've talked with a bunch of journalists. That's what journalism school cannot teach you. You have to have an inquisitive mind. You have to want to be able to dig deep. And Jess is just not that type of person. She said it. I don't want to be on Instagram. I don't care about these people's lives, where Lauren is that type of person. So I think that is the problem that nobody is talking about. What the Breakfast Club should have done is, hey, you know what, Jess, while you're away, Lauren does this segment better. We're going to announce the same way how they announced Jess as, hey, you're a third member. And there was a big celebration. Even Kamala Harris said, Jess, congratulations. There was a big photo shoot or whatever. They should have announced, Lauren LaRosa, you are now doing the gossip news, legal quarter with Lauren, or the latest with Lauren, and give her that segment and make it official, change the pictures and put Lauren up there instead of having her there all day. And then do another thing with Jess, have her do something else. The fact that it was just blended together is what made all the comments and all the bad press and everything. It was just a melange of nobody knew what was going on. So that's just my take on it. And still nobody is saying to Jess, it has nothing to do with your pregnancy. Because everyone like, oh, well, it's because she was pregnant and then Lauren came in and was good. Well, if Jess was good and Lauren was good, you would be able to choose one. It's just that if you take a Lauren out, Jess cannot do that segment. She just can't do it. It's just not who she is. She doesn't have the personality to bring that segment to life. Even if she was the best reader in the world, she just doesn't have that. And that is what nobody's talking about and nobody is addressing. Jess Hilarious, she's a comedian, she's funny, but she cannot deliver that segment because she doesn't care about the things that she's talking about. She'll never be able to deliver that. It's simple. Keep her as a co-host that she comments on Lauren's segment, whatever you want to call Lauren's segment, and just done it. Anyways, that is what my solution would be. Now, like I said, the last clip that I do want to play for you guys is something that Lauren said at the end of their conversation, which just shows that they're still almost against each other. Listen to this.
You have to be okay for all of this to be okay. And I'm a producer at the end of the day. You my talent. We gonna be straight. Everything's going to be fine.
Let's take some calls.
I'm a producer at the end of the day. You're my talent. We're going to be straight. Jess is always trying to sun Lauren, saying, I was the one who picked you. I got this position, but I wanted you to leave. And, you're not here just because of me. It's because you're talented, but I did pick you. And then Lauren is like, I'm the producer. You're my talent. Like, we're going to work this out. So they're both still jarring at each other, taking little shots while they're trying to be amicable and work things out. Anyways, I hope they figure it out. I feel like they should literally just give Lauren her own segment, have Jess do something completely different that excites her or doesn't excite her, or just have her be like Envy. Envy doesn't have a segment. Yes, it is Envy Show. A lot of people don't even realize that. It's Envy Show. Charlemagne has his donkey of the day, and he comments on what used to be Angela Yee's section, the rumor report. That's it. Give Jess a funny comedy report or do something. Anyways, y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. This has literally been viral for the whole day. That's my 2 cents on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our second quick story. Wendy Williams scores major court victory, granted move to less restrictive living arrangements in guardianship battle. All right, y'all. Wendy is winning a little bit. Small wins, Wendy Williams' battle for freedom took a significant step as she scored a court victory against her guardianship. The U.S. Sun obtained exclusive images of Wendy leaving a New York court on March 17, 2025, smiling with her niece and attorney after months in after months in a luxury prison at the senior living facility, Wendy was granted permission to move to a less restrictive section. She says, "I did it," Wendy confirmed when she came out of court. Her legal team is working towards a settlement, while additional cognitive tests will determine her future independence from guardianship. Congratulations, Wendy. So, like I said, small battles. She's not out yet. She doesn't have access to all her money. She's not fully out the guardianship, but at least she's not on that 5th floor memory unit where somebody needs to give her access on the elevator for her to leave. She could leave on her own now in the building. Sorry, not leave, but she could walk around the building on her own. She's in a separate floor. And if somebody is there, her niece could take her out. I heard that her niece and her and Charlemagne, Lauren, and I think Jess and Envy, everybody at the Breakfast Club, they all went out to lunch. I think Monday it was. So Wendy has a little bit more freedom, but we still have a lot of work to do. So make sure you keep hashtagging free Wendy. Our third quick story. Fans concerned for Alex Balwin after his wife disrespected him in public. I think fans sometimes are getting a little extra, like concerned about him. Alex Balwin was disrespected by his wife during an interview, which led users on X and Reddit to feel secondhand embarrassment for him and concern. Here's a video that everyone's talking about. I mean, it's bad, but I'm not concerned. Take a listen.
It's going to be great. You're a winner. Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking. Sorry. No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why, yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show.
When I'm talking, you're not talking. I don't know. Let me know if you guys think this is a call for concern. I just think that he has a bossy wife and he likes that kind of stuff. Some people actually think that's kind of kinky. Our fourth quick story. Trump claims he'd rather have Canada be liberal than conservative and calls out Pierre Poilievre. Donald Trump says Pierre Poilievre isn't a friend of his and he'd rather deal with the liberals than a conservative in Canada. Take a listen.
The Liberal Party is going to win now in the next election, most likely. And they were down and out. Isn't that going to make them more hostile to us and possibly
I'd rather deal with a liberal than a
for China, closer to Canada, and that would really put us in a bind.
The conservative that's running is stupidly no friend of mine. I don't know him, but he said negative things. So when he says negative things, I couldn't care less.
I keep trying to tell y'all, man, Donald Trump is an independent that just accepts all the loves from the Republican and MAGA parties. That's it. Trump loves people who love him. That's it. If you don't like him, he doesn't like you. He doesn't care if you're conservative, liberal, nothing. Now he wants to deal with liberals. It's like, yo, they're easier to deal with. Anyways, Pierre Poilievre posted this and he said, last night, President Donald Trump endorsed Mark Carney. Why? Because as Trump says, he's easier to deal with and knows that he will be a tougher negotiator and knows that I will be a tough negotiator and always put Canada first. Carney is weak and would cave to Trump's demands, just like he did when he moved his company headquarters from Canada to New York City. Canadians don't want a weak and conflicted leader. They want a strong prime minister who puts Canada first. For those of you who don't know who our new Canadian Prime Minister is, here is a little video from him. Just take a listen. Tell me who you think he sounds like.
What are your expectations for the president in that call?
I think, let me say a few things. The first is...
All right, let me stop there. I think like this guy sounds like sleepy Joe Biden. Like, what is going on, man? Oh, I don't know what to say, man. Clearly, that's why Trump wants to deal with a liberal. I mean, he was talking about Trudeau, and then, you know, at first Pierre Poilievre was better. Now that Pierre Poilievre is not talking great about him, now he wants to deal with Mark, and Mark doesn't even know how to answer a question about Donald Trump. Like, it's all just a mess, yo. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about all of this tangle web that the politicians have weaved. Our fifth quick story. Tesla dealership painted pink in Montreal by climate protesters. All right, there's no write-up here, but I do have a video. Take a listen.
Rejoignez-nous dans les rues printemps pour montrer que vous aussi, vous n'êtes pas prêts à vous laisser mourir pour les profits de quelqu'un d'autre. Aidez-nous à ne pas être la dernière génération du Canada.
All right, so those guys are just basically saying, I know it's in French, they're both basically just saying, hey, we're young, we could be the last generation, et cetera, about the climate. And they're sitting down, I guess, hopefully wanting to get arrested so that they could make their case even more public. But what I can't figure out, and people in the comment section can't figure out, is why would you go to an EV company to complain about climate control? Wouldn't you do that to like Ford or do that to a company that has gas-powered cars? I don't know. So I wanted to ask you guys. You guys know sometimes when I don't know things, I'll ask you guys. Do you guys know? When I first saw this, I thought it was literally like just another Tesla being vandalized or something happened to it. But climate control versus EV, am I missing something? Y'all let me know in the comment section below. I'm confused. Our sixth quick story. Congratulations, Jonathan Major confirms he and Meagan Good are officially married. Congratulations are in order. Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good, who recently got married after being engaged for just 4 months. During an appearance on Sherry Shepherd's talk show, Jonathan shared some details about the special day. All right, y'all. I'm going to say something here. I'm going to put it out. I don't know if y'all are going to like this, but it's giving that this is staged. When Jonathan, hear me out, and I'm going to play the video of him crying. And this is an actor. When he had his court case with Grace Jabari, as soon as he started going through trial, you started seeing him dating Meagan, everywhere with Meagan, my wife, not my wife, but yeah, my wifey. Remember he said, oh, she's my Coretta Scott King. She's my strength. Appearing to the public as he was the nicest, most loving, kind guy, right? Because everybody was like, oh, he's this monster doing all these things, putting hands on Grace Jabari, a white woman. Sorry, not quotations, but a white woman. Then he shows up with this black woman and trying to save face, some people have said, okay? Now he's engaged. I played for you this leak that came out, what was it, like 2 days ago? Of a leak with him actually admitting in 2022 to actually putting hands on Grace Jabari. He was found guilty, but it was a misdemeanor. He didn't have to do jail time. I told you guys, this was actually breaking news in one of our episodes. I was like, yo, breaking news. We have audio that has come out of Jonathan Majors admitting to putting hands on I just said her name and now I forgot. Oh my gosh. Anyways, his girl, all right? Jabari admitting. And then all of a sudden he's on Sherry Shepherd saying, you know what? I just decided to get married yesterday. The day right after this video comes out. Here's a video. Take a listen. Just watch him and tell me if you feel like this is sincere and these are real tears. Take a listen. Grace Jabari. That's her name. Listen.
And I read that y'all got married yesterday. You's a married man. You's a married man.
I said to Megan yesterday, I said, today might be the happiest day of my life. Yeah, I love that woman so much. So how did it happen? Well,
I don't know, man. I don't know. Just, you're engaged, and then all of a sudden yesterday, you're like, yo, baby, let's just go get married right now. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our seventh quick story. Young Miami says she doesn't believe in flying men out on Club Shay Shay. Young Miami states on Club Shay Shay that she doesn't believe in flying men out. All right. I told you guys for the past couple of weeks that people have been dragging Shannon Sharpe for interviewing. What's with me and not forgetting names today? Jeez. Tattoo forehead. Oh, Trent, please come to me. Andrew Schultz and shaved head, Kanye's ex-girlfriend. Come on, Trent. Amber Rose. Whew. Yes. So he's been getting dragged. So now he brings back Young Miami And what kind of questions is he? Why would you ask Young Miami? Who asks a woman out? Who asks a woman if they fly men out? What? Take a listen.
I go with the flow.
You ever flown a guy out?
Mm-mm.
What you saying? Mm-mm.
No, like flying man to see me?
Yeah.
Hell no. I ain't buying no man on flight to get on a plane.
Why not?
That's too sassy.
That show him that you really, really buy
I
it.
don't care. He better make arrangements to come see me.
You tell me what multi-million-dollar artist is meeting a guy and the guy can't pay for his own $5,000 or $1,000 flight out to go and see her, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, I like you so much, I'm gonna fly you out." Shannon, what is up, man? And I always try to stand up for you, bro. I always try to stand up for you. What is this? I mean, I am gonna watch the video because I do have another story that the interview seems kind of fun, but I really needed to highlight this, that people have been dragging him for the past couple of weeks about his questions, the people who he's interviewing. I didn't mind the Andrew Schultz interview and the Amber Rose. Y'all know me. Talk to everybody. I'm fine. I also told you guys how I feel like he should do it. For those of you who don't know, people in the Black community don't feel like Andrew Schultz is supportive, but Shannon, I don't feel like he interviewed him the right way. There's a way to still interview somebody that might not be supportive or that's frowned upon or people feel like we shouldn't support him. There's a way to still talk to them and interview them. But I had to drag him for this horrible question, Shannon. Anyways, let's go to quick story number 8 because this part was funny. Our 8th quick story. Young Miami and Shannon play Resha Roulette, Toys, Lube, and SEX. All right, I thought this was hilarious. I have a little clip. Take a listen.
Lick a person opposite sex, toes for 10 seconds, or take a shot.
Not beat is so cute. Like
No. You pull the car. You got to lick the toes. They don't say that.
Tell me to start an OnlyFans for my toes. Make sure y'all zoom in on my toes. Show your titty right now and take 2 shots.
Transfer a shot from your mouth to the mouth of a person next to you or pay that person $3. Come on with it. Come on with it, Carisha. Come on with it.
All right, so Resha Roulette is Carisha's, who's Young Miami's real name. That's her game that she's promoting for the past 2 years. Even when she was doing her podcast, everybody that came on had to play this game. It actually looks really fun. And I just thought it was a kind of good interaction, and it made me kind of want to watch an interview. So I want to play you guys a couple of clips. I'm going to watch it tonight. I'll let you know, but hopefully this gets Shannon back into everyone's good graces, because I like Uncle Shannon Sharpe. I think he's a good guy. I think he has a good heart. I just feel like he maybe needs a little bit, maybe he needs another producer in the area there to kind of like bring things home. But anyways, Shannon Sharpe is always doing a good job. I'll check it out and let you guys know. If any of you guys have seen it or watched it yet, let me know in the comment section below. Our 9th quick story. Cassie reposts Playboi Carti's message telling Kanye West to STFU. I hope y'all know what that means. This comes after Ye made posts claiming that Cassie extorted Diddy. All right, so here is, I'm just happy that Cassie actually said something, because Cassie never really says anything. And although she didn't write it, she's basically telling him to the F up. But let me take you guys back. So Kanye West tweeted this and said, "So Cassie ain't extort Puff. Cassie came to Puff and said, 'Give me 30 million or I'ma release a tell-all book.' That's like extortion. That looks like extortion to me." And like I said, Cassie took Playboi Carti's, which we told you earlier, because Playboi Carti and Kanye West are beefing from all the tweets he's putting out. And Playboi said, yay, shut the up. And then Cassie reposted it. So Cassie never says anything, y'all. So she must have been really bothered by this. And I'd like that she took a moment to tell Ye to be quiet. Our 10th quick story and our final story about Kanye West. Kanye West leaks the entire unfinished version of Bully on a private frame.io link. All right. It looks to me like it's a kind of like what Drake did when he let out his 100 gigs, where he's like uploading it on a server somewhere and it's password protected. And here is the password. If y'all want to go and hear it, please don't give him any support. But then again, this, like I said, this is just him doing his marketing, making his fans feeling like they're involved. Hey, this is the unfinished version. He also put don't have exactly what he wrote. He said, take a listen and let me know what you guys think. There's some AI Kanye on it, which is kind of like a reference track, and some that are him. And he's saying, I'm just going to finish this up. I just wanted to let you guys know what I think. Again, like I said, Kanye West, great marketing mind. However, you go too far. You go too far. And I think the Jay-Z and Diddy quote has gone too far. I'm not excited to hear this Bully album. I don't want to hear it. I'll still do my job and talk about it, but I don't want to download it. I don't want to hear it. Let me know if you guys want to. I'm always fair. I always see things from both sides. So it's up to y'all, but let me know what you think. And if you listen to it, let me know if it's good or not. Our 11th quick story. Jaidyn Alexis says, I want every B word who don't like me to post their real hair. Jaidyn Alexis with a message for those who don't like her. Now, Jaidyn Alexis, I like Jaidyn. She's hilarious to me. For those of you who don't know who Jaidyn Alexis is, this is Blueface's first baby mama. Krishan Rock is his second. What's that show? Crazy in Love. And they're just all a wild bunch. And I always say how much I don't watch reality TV. I don't watch Blueface, Jaidyn, and Krishan, but I do watch all their clips online. I think they're a riot. Anyways, it's pretty ironic that she's choosing to clap back at her followers saying, yo, show me y'all real hair. And I was like, that's actually kind of funny because everybody is so easy to comment nowadays and being like, yo, you're this and you're that and you're this, whatever, but you're behind your phones and you're probably a mess too. However, Jaidyn, you cannot say that with all the surgeries you've had, all the fake hair you wear, and your horrible BBL. Like for 1 second, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of funny. And then I forgot who the person is. That's the pot calling the kettle black. Here's a picture of Jaidyn at her BBL. Take a look. Like Jaidyn. And I'm sure that's part fake hair in the back too. Anyways, people are dragging her online. It's so funny. Anyways, this was my due diligence of letting you guys know some reality TV stuff. This is why I don't get too far into it. I just stay surface because it's ridiculous. Let me know what you think about Jaidyn's challenge. Our 12th quick story. JT shares her boo, Lil Uzi Vert, gave her some money to go shopping. She said, y'all man won't even buy y'all Wingstop. Take a listen to JT.
Yeah, I just left my man job and he gave me to go shopping at a lion. Y'all man won't even buy y'all Wingstop.
JT, Lil Uzi Vert is worth like, I don't know, $40-50 million, maybe be more than that. He gave you $10,000 cash, and that's what you're floating around online as if like that's something to brag about. What are you talking about? Like, and you have your own money. That ain't nothing to flash around. Like, he should be giving you things that there's not even enough cash for, like property, like an investment or whatever. Like him giving you a small stack like that is like, it's almost like he kind of just wanted you out the house. You know what I'm saying? And then, is that really a flex to be like, your man won't even buy y'all Wingstop? Why are you comparing yourself to the average girl when you're a big superstar, JT? You know what I'm saying? Like, by the way, for those who don't know, JT is part of City Girls, Young Miami rap group. Yes, they broke up, but JT still got her own money. Anyways, this is not a floss. This is not a floss. The average person, they could floss that. If you're just an average Joe and you work at the bank or you work at you're a truck driver, you're a bus driver, or whatever, and your man's like, yo, I gave you 10 G's. That's something. You know what I'm saying? If you make $40,000-$50,000 a year like the average person does, and somebody gives you a rack, then yeah, that's like, yo, look at my man. But when your man is worth $50 million, he's probably just wanted some peace and quiet. Why don't you go shopping? That's nothing to floss about. You know what I'm saying? Like, please. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about JT and her stack of $10,000. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our 13th quick story. Let me know if any of you guys have ever tried to do this. Doctor films a patient attempting to fight through anesthesia. This is hilarious. This video is going super viral. I always tried to do this. Well, always is not like how many times I've been put to sleep, but I have tried to do this. It's so funny. Just take a look.
I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want to now don't go wasting your precious time. I
The power of anesthesia. Doctor films as his patient attempts to fight through anesthesia by singing a song from the Spice Girls. That was funny. The minute he takes out the needle, she's like, I thought that was hilarious. Let me know if any of you have ever tried it and if you've ever been able to. Hilarious. All right, y'all. This brings me to my favorite segment, comments of the day. Stay tuned to the end. I have the best comment ever. Okay. First, we're going to start out with Kim. I mean, they're all good, but just trust me. This one is a tearjerker. Kim says, best intro ever. Shout out from Joburg, South Africa. What up, Kim? Shout out to Joburg. You already know how much I love South Africa. And I love that you guys comment so much, man. Shout out to South Africa. Y'all know I used to live out there for a little while. And I definitely have to go to Joburg. All right. Farah said, hey, Trent, I listened to, oh, by the way, hold on. Let's give Kim her due diligence because she said best intro ever. And that was the intro when I was singing Mariah Carey. You'll always be my baby. Kim, are you trying to tell me you like my singing? I'm just saying. That's why I put some more singing in the intro of this podcast, just for you, Kim. Get me on stage, man. Book me out in Joburg. I'm coming to sing for you. All right. Sorry. Let me get back on track. Farah said, hi, Trent. I listen to you daily. I enjoy your podcast. I agree with Shannon. Unfortunately, these are the times we live in. Mississauga, Ontario. What up, Mississauga? I used to live in Mississauga too. No joke. When I first moved to Toronto, I lived in Sauga for like a year, right beside Square One, the mall Square One. And I went to the Y right beside that Square One. Anyways, shout out Sauga. Keep up the good work, fellow Yachty. Oh my gosh, Farah, and you're Jamaican? Ontario, Canada, and Jamaican? What up? Jeez. I totally agree. I saw a lot of your comments saying that you agree with the Shannon Sharpe thing. Of him saying that if a single woman comes in the elevator, he leaves and gets out the elevator because he doesn't want no problems. And as I was telling you guys that story, I was like, maybe we should make this a thing, not only to protect ourselves, but maybe this might make women feel more comfortable. I'm sure some women may feel uncomfortable sometimes, and maybe this is a more of a gentleman-like thing to do. Yes, it does protect yourself, but you're making women feel more comfortable. So definitely think he's right and he's onto something, and I'm going to start doing it as well. All right, Mandla. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Mandla, South Africa in Joburg. Another South Africa? Yo, Joburg, what up? All right, Joburg here. And the lady who spoke about telling your girlfriend stuff, she meant to say don't reveal everything about yourself to her too early. Yep, 100%. I got that too. I do think, though, that, again, like I said, I think she was a little immature of it, but like, don't tell me too much because I want to keep the idea of you. You guys can go back into yesterday's podcast. It was in social discussion. But I do agree, but there's a balance, right? You cannot just go on a first date and stay surface. You have to be confident enough to open up, but there is a balance. I totally agree. As always, I could agree and disagree. Anyways, thank you for your comment. Shout out South Africa. All right, next one is Kirsten Bailey. She said, get over it. Sandwich is dope. My daughter is dyslexic and says public instead of saying public. See my dyslexia? I'm like, what's the difference? I see the PLBUB, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing it differently, but public instead of publics. Anyways, I get it. Tell them to leave you be. It's a real thing, and people don't realize the struggle that comes with it. Plus, you speak wonderfully, and it's much harder to get where you are and to speak the way you do than a person without dyslexia. You're doing great. Sandwich. Oh, thank you so much for that, Kirsten. Somebody was dragging me yesterday in fun. I was like, yo, are you saying sandwich? Actually, you know what? There was somebody who wasn't saying it nicely. One person said they actually liked it, and another person was like, I don't like the way you say it. And yes, it was part of my dyslexia not pronouncing sandwich properly. So thank you for making me feel comfortable, Kirsten. Did I say Kirsten in the beginning? Anyways, Kirsten will be understanding if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Thank you, Kirsten. And Hold on here. Did you say you know somebody who's dyslexic? Yeah, here, you said my daughter is dyslexic. Yes, there was somebody else too last week. Her son was dyslexic and heard me talking about it. And she said she was playing the video for her son and her son felt more confident. So this message is for your daughter. You didn't say her name, but Kirsten's daughter. Don't let your dyslexia hold you back. I was a little bit nervous when I was starting this podcast, but I could talk through my dyslexia. I'm also an author. I'm a successful retailer, entrepreneur, actor, etc. Don't let it hold you back, and don't be afraid to tell people about what you have. And it just makes it a little less difficult to deal with when you don't feel like you have to hide it. So be proud of who you are, accept it, and just try to work on it. All right. So Kristen, that is for your daughter. All right. Life is lifin', I think it is. I agree with Shannon. I'm a woman, and right now, today, it's not extreme. Cameras is only as safe as the person monitoring it allows it to be, meaning footage can be deleted or altered. Personal note, it's sad that it has come to this. I agree this needs to be applied to any person that's alone, woman or man. Totally agree with that. I just think that might be a little bit hard. Then that means you can never ride the elevator unless you're by yourself, right? You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying, but I think that might be a little bit difficult. Cheryl says, don't pay that person no mind, Trent. Seem like hate to me. Keep doing you and be nice people. If you don't like it here, leave our podcast alone with your negativity. Your little sis from Philly. Cheryl, I love you, man. Cheryl was like, leave our podcast with your negativity, your little sis, man. I love when y'all people tell me I'm part of your family. Cheryl, we're family. Like you said, this is our podcast. I tell you guys all the time. That's why I need you guys to comment. We do this together. I talk, you guys comment, I read back. This is our comment. This is our community. So shout out to Cheryl. And of course, shout out to Philly. I didn't live there. I lived 20 minutes away from there. I lived in Mount Holly, New Jersey, but used to always go out to Philly and eat. So I haven't been to Philly in a while, actually. Anyways, I'm going to go out and visit my cousin soon. We'll come out to Philly. All right. Anna says, my dearest Trent, you don't have to apologize for your dyslexia. In my humble opinion, your charisma and the way you pronounce words are just adorable. No one is perfect, and I include myself in that category. With that said, keep being the wonderful, funny, smart, marvelous person that you are, as long as you're doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep watching and listening to the Trent Out Loud podcast, no matter what, showing love and respect and sending blessings to you and yours from Puerto Rico. Hey, Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for that, man. Yo, I love you guys, man. Thank you, Anna. I didn't even realize I took so many of the dyslexia comments, but obviously that is resonating. It is something that is really important to me. I'm a mental health advocate and an advocate for dyslexia as well, too. For those of you who are affected or know somebody who's affected or actually even think, research Richard Branson. He has a big movement on LinkedIn, and it's a thing called dyslexic thinking, where it's actually something that you should be putting on your applications when you're going for a job. People will put it on their resume because people that have dyslexia unlock different things and different parts in their mind that other people don't have. And it's called dyslexic thinking. And we're using it as an advantage. So we're breaking the norms, breaking the stereotypes, and using our minds to our advantage. So thank you, Anna. Okay. I feel bad now for saying my favorite comment, but you guys are going to hear why. And it's from my favorite, Linda, of course. Now, for those of you who don't know, let me set this up properly. Linda and I have never met. We don't know each other. And she has always kind of like, not always, but she started off like kind of like dragging me in the comment section with fun over politics. We started having conversations over politics. And she was saying, Trent, you're not an independent. You're a Donald Trump supporter. No, you're a Joe Biden supporter, Donald Trump, or she'll say something about DEI. But while she says something, she always ends off by saying, I watch every day. I love you. I did it. So I would come back and say, well, Linda says this. And I would say something about Linda. And I'd be like, love you, Linda. So we've always had this very underlying support and love for each other, although we disagree on a bunch of things. And I always say that's one of the great things about this podcast. And that's what I want to build. Now, she sent this comment that literally had me very emotional. She said, Just a serious note for you, Trent. I'm 61 years old, still working, starting at 5:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. I have very bad back issues that make me cry from the time I open my eyes till the time I take my kratom and have it work. Point is, I will cry all the way to work until I put on your podcast. Your podcast is the highlight of my every morning. I don't even know what I did before watching you, and it took so long for me to comment. I get so into the podcast that before I know it, I stop crying and the kratom has worked and I can start my day. I love mixing it up with you in the comment section, but just know that you have saved one woman's morning and the start of her day. Even the guys at work are like, what did Trent say today? Let's keep mixing it up. You know I like me some Trump. If you ever come to our great city of Detroit, there's a couple of places you have to go. As always, much love from the D. Linda. Yo, that really touched my heart, man. That really, seriously, I saw that and yeah, I sent it to my mom right away. Before I tell you what my mom wrote, and you'll know why it touched me and why I sent it to my mom, I just want to tell you one thing. You sent that to me to let me know how I made you feel, but I don't know if you realized how much that helped me and your comments helped me. Yes, I am always positive and yes, I'm in a good mood most of the time, but I'm still human. And sometimes you question yourself. Sometimes like, is the podcast too long? Or, did I do this segment good? Or, is this question of the day good? Or sometimes you question yourself. I'm a human being. And the fact that like you letting me know that you wake up with this back pain and you're in tears and that my podcast that I sit down here and do brings you so much joy that forgets your pain. I think maybe that comment probably even does more for me than it did for your back pain. Like that's like the best comment I have ever had. Thank you so much. We are still going to get back to talking about politics and making fun of each other. You telling me that I'm taking too long of showers and you taking too short of showers. Totally going to do that. But we are bonded together, man. Totally love you. Love that you're from Detroit. What up, though? Love that, Linda. Let me tell you what my mom wrote. She says, this makes me a bit emotional that in some way or another, you can help somebody forget their troubles. You are a God sent, and this lady sure loves you. I know you send her lots of love and good wishes, and send her a personal aerial hug. Just let her know you understand what she is going through. Also, as your mother also has bad back problems. I don't think you realize how much of an amazing personality you have, and you're humble and funny and caring. Really an amazing and encouraging letter. So when I read your letter, I immediately thought about my mom because my mom has back issues as well, too. I won't talk too much about her business. But yeah, so I totally understand what you're going through. I try to help my mom out as much as I can, or just things I try to do or whatever. But the fact that my podcast helps you get through your morning means everything to me, and obviously everything to my mom. So Linda, love you as always. Thank you for that. And I want to ask everybody to give a shout out to Linda in the comment section below. Obviously, she's always in the comments. She'll see it. Let her know that, we're rooting for her. We're hoping that she feels better, that her back feels better, and just let's all get together and give Linda some love in the comment section so she could smile extra big today and hopefully be back pain free. All right. We love you, Linda. All right. This brings us to social discussion of the day. All right. I got this from a reality show. Take a listen. Amara begs her married baby daddy to be honest with her about wanting to raise their children in a two-parent household. She says, if we're never going to be a household, then I'll be a single mother and continue having a broken home. Let's just go right to the video and then we'll talk about it. Things just got messy. Amara is pleading with her baby daddy to be upfront about wanting to raise their twins together under one roof, despite the fact that he's currently married. A tangle web we weave. Take a listen to the video.
Your mother came to the house and had a conversation. She said that you had told her that you still loved me, that you had feelings for me, all these other things.
You're the mother of my babies. Of course I got feelings.
You say for me to wait till you solve your situation so that we can be a family. If you're never gonna be my family, just say that.
That's how you feel?
Yes! If we're never gonna be a household, then I'm gonna be a single mother and I'm gonna continue having a broken home till I find somebody else that's willing to love my children and me. Just say that.
All right, so I can only talk from a man's perspective and a man who doesn't have kids. So I really gonna lean to you guys to weigh in on this. However, I of course do have a couple of things that I want to say. Most people in the comment section are like, this is ridiculous. Why is she speaking to a married man? Why are we even having this conversation? Why get yourself into this? So I don't even know too much about reality TV, but I did some research to find out that he lied to her in the beginning. This was a lie. She never knew that he was married. Okay. She got pregnant. They had their twins. Now, I don't think it's wrong to give a man some time, or even your partner some time, before you completely cut them off. Now, of course, they've gone back and forth with this a couple of times, but people are like, you shouldn't have this conversation with a married man. And I don't agree with that. I think having the conversation and her asking this is actually showing that she's mature and actually showing that she's not just fighting for her, she's fighting for herself. She's not saying, yo, are you going to be with me? Are you going to leave your wife for me? Are you going to do this for me? This is a mother wanting to raise her children in a household with their father so that she's not by herself. This is not a conversation about money. This is not a conversation about anything intimate. This is about a mother trying to give her two twins a balanced lifestyle. If you ask me, it shows maturity. Now, again, like I said, I'll leave it to you guys in the comment section, but from what I know and the research that I've done, this hasn't been going on for years. This is still new. And I don't think that this is something that could be like, I'm going to ask you one time and it's done. I mean, this guy is married. Yes. Was he wrong in cheating on his wife? Was he wrong in lying to her? 1,000%. But I think, my opinion, and that's why it's in social discussion, my opinion is she's taking herself out of this and she is being mature about the situation and saying, look, you know, I made a mistake. I did this. I did that. But we're here now. And it's just like what I say about guys all the time, where I'm dragging DDG, I'm dragging Jello, Ball, I'm dragging Dr. Umar, the same way how I think they should do their due diligence and try to give their kids, the same way in the opposite, where I feel like a woman should try everything she could do to have a balanced lifestyle and take her own selfishness out of it. That's just how I see it. I think this is good. I think that she's being a good mother. She also has done some stuff in her past with Safari, but we're not going to dig too deep into that. We're going to keep it surface. If you get yourself into a situation, or your friend, or if somebody gets themselves into a situation and they have kids, should you automatically cut that person off and it's over because you're with somebody else, you lied to me? Or should you offer at least a couple of months of trying to talk and trying to work it out before you keep and cut them off, to say, hey, is there an opportunity for us to have a relationship? Is there an opportunity for us to live in a single household so that we can raise our kids? I'm not saying she should do this for the next 10 years, a certain amount of time, so she can at least look in her children's eyes, into her twins' eyes, and say, I did what I could do, put myself aside to raise you in a family in a two-parent household, because I think that's important. Do you think that that is right, or should she just cut him off right away? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. All right, normally I have something slide in here, and it's a beautiful question of the day, but is it that side or this side? I think it's this side. Okay, I have a question for you guys. It's my question of the day. Now, for the past, this is just between us, the Trent Out Loud family. If you're new here, you might not even be able to answer this question. Fam, little sis, little bros, godmothers, godparents, family. We have been talking about me doing some sort of content on the weekend. I've been kind of putting it in here, asking like, gosh, should I do stuff on the weekend? A couple of people in the comment section are like, love watching you Monday to Friday, miss you on the weekends, I can't wait till Monday. Now I've asked, man, should I drop some episodes on the weekend? Should we, do I feel like I feel like there's something maybe there that we could do. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I'm being me. Okay. Anyways. And I think I've come up with an idea, and I want to know what you guys think about it before I do it. Okay. Maybe that's why I'm talking so much, because I'm not too sure about it. But anyways, I came up with an idea of keeping the same podcast daily like we have it. However, throughout the day, giving you guys some lead stories and maybe some quick news, and then taking all of that and putting it in one podcast at the end. Let me give you a visual example, okay? So right now we have 4 lead stories. We have quick news. We have comment of the day, social discussion, sports news, and then our outro. We close out. It's one whole show. My dream has always been able to have a show, like how you watch Oprah or Wendy Williams or whatever it is, a show. That's why we package it that way. There's lead stories, quick. There's fun things. There's questions of the day. So you feel like you're listening and watching a show. However, the fact of news coming so quickly right now, I feel by the time the episode comes out, things are stale and things might be late. For example, like the Mariah Carey thing, where as we recorded, it was out while people were talking about it on Monday. I only got to talk about it on the Tuesday morning show. So what I'm thinking of doing is dropping, let's say at like 11 a.m., one lead story, and you get that. It's 10 minutes long. Then maybe around like 2 o'clock, you get lead story 2 or 3, and you get that. Then at 4, maybe you drop quick stories. And then the morning show that you're used to getting in the morning will be the lead stories, quick news, and then finish out the whole show as always with comment of the day, social discussion, question of the day, or whatever. You get that whole package of the show. So another reason why too is that sometimes when you have all those stories together, you don't, and the show is getting longer and longer these days, and it's like an hour and a half long. And some people are like, I don't have time to listen to the whole thing, and they just want to hear stories. We do what we can by putting markers in there so you could skip if you would like. We would obviously wish you'd watch the whole show, but it's also a quicker way for you guys to just open the YouTube page or open the podcast page and just say, whoa, look at this about Jay-Z. Boom, you click. It's 8 minutes. Boom, you could just watch and digest that. Oh, there's something about Wendy Williams. Let me click and watch that. So you get a couple of little doses throughout the day. And then in the morning, you have the whole complete show. What do you guys think? A lot of YouTubers, that's actually how they post. They don't do a show like how I do. They just, hey, something is coming up. Diddy, this or whatever, and it's 8 or 10 minutes. Like I said, I've always liked the sit down, let's, take you and take up an hour and a half of your day, but not everybody likes to digest their content like that. And it will also allow me to get some stuff out on the weekend, because now I'm not confined to just doing one show per day. There's a lot of times things happen. I'm like, oh, I can't wait till I get to do my show and do my podcast. Now I can just come in front of the camera, boom, do it and put it out there. So I just want to be clear. You still get your show that you get 110%. You don't have to watch the 6 or 7 short clips in between. You could just wake up every morning or at night, whenever you get it. I don't know, maybe we'll post it at like midnight or 1 o'clock, or it will be there. Linda, it will be there for you at 5 o'clock in the morning. So for example, Linda, she watches it in the morning. It's there, but throughout the day, you could maybe get some stories, or you just choose to wait and watch the whole thing at the end of the day. Anyways, I hope I presented it well. It's not 100% contrived in my mind, but that is just the idea I have. Oh, and this is what I was saying on the weekends. Now we could do some stories during the weekend, and then we'll put them together all in the Monday show. And like I said, if you don't want to watch the short little clips, don't, just wait for the whole show. Or if you want to watch the little clips, choose what you want. And then Monday morning, you're just like, hey, I'm at my desk or I'm working out. I want to watch and do the whole thing, or do a big deeper dive. You listen to the whole thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm just a little bit worried the page might look a little messy, because now you just come and you're just like, you know which episode you've watched. But anyways, I'm a little nervous about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like I said earlier, this is our podcast. I don't want to make any changes. And it's not the same experience, because I think we're on a good path. I just want to find some ways to kind of diversify and kind of cater to more people at the same time as catering to my base of people that like that whole 1 or 1.5 hour. But hey, if some people want some daily content and weekend content, this might be a way to get it to them. Anyways, I'm talking enough. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to sports news. Stephen A. Smith says he and LeBron James don't get along because he is not Shannon Sharpe and doesn't call him the GOAT. I am so fed up of Stephen A. Smith talking about this. Bro, you have to find something else to go viral about. I have a video and I'm not even going to play it, or there is a video. I'm not even going to play it. I just want to tell you guys that he's still talking about it, and listen to his latest excuse. Stephen A. Smith speaks on what's the issue between him and LeBron James. He says, we don't get along. There's a multitude of reasons why. And we know one of the biggest reasons is I ain't Shannon Sharpe. My GOAT is Michael Jordan. I know a GOAT when I see one. Why are you trying to instigate things? You're hoping LeBron is going to talk back about you and that you're going to go get viral again? Like, this doesn't make sense, man. Stephen A. Smith also reiterates that he's never said anything disrespectful about LeBron James and that he is unbothered and that he's unbothered if he and LeBron James never speak again. We never have to speak again in this lifetime. I'm fine with it. I get paid to talk about folks, not talk to them. I cover the league. You play it. I watch, discern, analyze, and broadcast. Stephen A. Smith, give it up. Nobody cares. Jeez. All right, y'all. That is a wrap on this Thursday episode. It was a great episode. Thank you so much for hanging out again, Linda. Thank you for that comment. I love you. Also, please let me know in the comment section. I'll read all of the comments. Let me know. I want to start this new format on Monday if I get good feedback from it. So please do not hesitate to comment, whether good or bad. Let me know, okay? Before I let you guys go, just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud podcast. For those of you who are used to watching on YouTube and you're thinking, man, I'm going on a flight, I'm going somewhere and I don't have internet, how am I going to watch the Trent Out Loud podcast? Especially if I have a new concept. Well, have no fear. Trent is here. You could just go over to podcast platforms because we're available on all of them, and you could download the Trent Out Loud podcast. Just go to any site, type in Trent Out Loud, any podcast site, type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. Boom. That's how you download us, watch us. Now, vice versa, for my podcast people, thank you so much for your downloads, but we really need you to come over to YouTube. Linda and I need you to come up here and talk about everything in the comment section with us, all right? Yes, podcast is amazing, but on YouTube, we have a great community and it's visual. We play videos. We show you guys pictures. It's just a much better way to digest the show. So come on over here and hang out with us. It's a family over here, all right? Just go over to YouTube, type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Few things that you're going to need to do to join the family. You're going to have to subscribe. Boom. You got to press like. Boom. You have to comment, and doesn't mean you have to get involved in the conversation. We would prefer, but if you want, just comment where you're watching from. Hey, Trent, watching from blah, blah, blah. This is a global community, so we all like to see where each other are talking from. I have the analytics in the background, but y'all don't see it. So post away, let us know where you're from. And lastly, this is a bonus. If you really like the show, please try to share it with your family and friends because it definitely helps in growing the channel. We want to spread love over here. For those of you who want to follow me on social media, I'm available on all platforms. Podcast. I'm available on all platforms, most actively on Instagram, but you could find me at Trent Out Loud on any social platform. All right, that's it. It's a wrap. Thursday, y'all know what tomorrow is. I get to yell out. We don't say it. We don't get excited until it's actually Friday, but I'm excited that it's Friday Eve. Have a great day, y'all. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.